Hello, my friend. Today I'm going to do a reading on what Spirit wants us to know today. Welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. I am Dawn Phoenix, an intuition alchemist. So just a few points about this reading. It is timeless, so whenever it finds you is when it was meant to. Take what resonates and leave the rest. And always use your discernment. Don't try to make something fit if it doesn't. All right, let's get started. I'm going to start with an oracle deck that I created with my business bestie, Regina Curtis, called Celestial Whispers. And it stars the star horses and the dolphins. So let's see what they have to say for us today. All right, Spirit, please let me receive clear messages for what we need to know today. Okay, so they're saying to take the top card. It came out upside down for me, but good for you. So the card is joy. Your natural state of being is joy. How can you tap into it today? Wow, that's really bright. Okay, there we go. So I'll let you just see that. And just to let you know, there are two cards for joy in this deck. The Dolphins wanted to double down on that joy. So that's the first card coming out. And they're telling me to pick another one to go along with it. So that is what I'm going to do. Wow, that's really bright. Let me put it maybe where you can see it a little better. All right, let's get another one. And I have some other decks here as well. We'll just see what Spirit wants us to do today. If we need any clarifiers or we're going to go deeper. Oh, this one wants to pop out. Oh, wow. That was a clump. Okay, too many, too many. Just one. Just one, guys. My star horse and my dolphin friends. This one? Okay, this one. Oh, and we have a star horse here. This is simplicity. What will simplify your life if you let it go? Get a better angle there for you. Okay, so we have joy and simplicity. Well, who doesn't need those in their lives, right? So right away, what I'm getting is a connection between joy and simplicity. And they're kind of showing me an infinity symbol, where it's the figure 8. So what I'm getting is that simplicity and joy are linked. So if you are craving more joy in your life, maybe there's something you can do to simplify your life to bring that joy in. Is there a relationship or a project, something maybe you've taken on that you could put aside for a moment or just remove it altogether from your life that could simplify your life? Because when we are cluttered, whether it's our physical space or it's our emotional space, and our physical space affects our emotional space, then that clutters our mind and that clutters our energy. So it's just like that infinity symbol they were showing me. These things are connected. So is there something you can do to remove clutter and simplify your physical space or your emotional space, your mental space, or all of those things to help you to bring in more joy? Because joy is your natural state of being, and that's what the dolphins are reminding us of here. They're masters of joy. They're amazing at it. And they're here to remind us of that fact. And the star horses are giving us a hint on how we could possibly bring more joy into our lives. I know for me, I get forgetful when I have too much on my plate. We just get bogged down in the details, or what do they call it? Getting lost in the reeds. And it just basically causes like a traffic jam for me between me and where I want to be, whether it's seeking out a particular vibration or there's something I want to get done, whether it's, in my business or around my home. So I definitely can see how joy and simplicity are linked here. So I'm going to move these two up here a little bit just so you can still see them. And we'll see who else wants to come out. I have a few more other decks here. Wow, that's really super bright. Okay, I adjusted the lighting a little bit, so maybe that helped. All right, so Osho, my Osho deck, wanted to come out. So we will see. Oh my goodness, there were some cards in there that were facing the wrong direction. Well, I have to fix that. All right, so we've got Osho here. Thank you, Osho. I love these cards. This was actually, and I'm sorry if that's loud, this was my first deck. So I'm so glad that Osho wanted to come out and play with us. So, Osho, what can you tell us about joy and simplicity? Bringing that joy into our lives. What can you tell us? What do we need to know about joy and simplicity? Keeping that natural state of joy going us. All right, one more shuffle, and then he's saying, take it from the top of the deck. So here goes. All right, what came out was, of course, the Fool. Let me put that so you can actually see it. I love this deck. It is so gorgeous. So here in this card, we have the Fool who doesn't have a care in the world. He is just ready to get going and get his adventure started. And he's carrying a bouquet of flowers to bring along on his journey. So what this is saying to me is new beginnings. So is there a way that you can simplify your life to bring in that joy that comes from a new beginning or a fresh start? And it doesn't have to be necessarily, I'm not getting that it's starting over from scratch, but it's maybe backtracking on something or just coming in with a fresh energy because you have simplified something that now allows you to come in with a more clear or a more organized energy that allows you to clear your path. Look, he has no obstacles in front of him. I mean, yes, there's that cliff he's stepping off of, but that's his faith guiding him as he starts out. So, how can you create this openness, this clarity, this spaciousness in your life to bring in that joy? Let's see what else he has to say on this. I like where this is going very much. Very, very much, especially as we're rolling into right now as I'm recording this. This is September 15th. I believe that's the date. I suck at dates. So we're in, the last quarter of the year, and a lot of us, I think, are looking ahead to the new year, 2026, and thinking about what's that going to be like, what it's going to look like, for us, for the rest of the world. So, all right, let's see this one. Okay. Oh my gosh. Adventure. Woohoo! Oh, this reading is kick-ass. I love it. Okay, and I love these cards because they're just so colorful. So, what better card to go along with the Fool than adventure? So, what I'm getting is that this, by simplifying to bring in that joy as we have our new beginning, whether it's starting something fresh or getting a restart, breathing new life into something because we removed what didn't serve, we are allowing ourselves to go on a grand adventure, stepping into the unknown, which here in this card is not a scary place. Look at all of those beautiful colors of the rainbow. I sound like a Skittles commercial. We're stepping into a colorful, joy-filled future. If we can keep the simplicity, that KISS method, keep it simple, sweetie. I don't like saying stupid. Wow. Awesome. All right, one more. One more. Okay, Osho says one more. Who am I to argue with Osho? All right, let's see here. What else have you got to tell us, Osho? Super curious. This one? Nope, that doesn't want to come out. Okay. All right. Keep shuffling. Wow. Now this has me excited. Like, ooh, what adventure is coming up? Which, oh, this one? Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Clinging to the past. So if you look at this card, and I'll hold it up closer and see if it will stay in focus. This person is not simplified. I mean, there's so much chaos going on here. It's not even funny. And they're holding on to it like for dear life. So there's all these shapes and mouths talking and just stuff coming out of these mouths. So this actually is fascinating because it kind of reminds me of the last video I did talking about the fact that we we live on a soul spiral, not a linear timeline. And so the past doesn't exist because it's happening right now. It's just what our experience is right now. And so what I'm getting from this is that something that we need to simplify is to release the past. Don't keep clinging to it because it clutters your head, it clutters your energy. These stars out here away from the past, it's all clear and beautiful and bright. Just like that adventure we want to step into with our new beginning. But if we keep holding on to the past, that's blocking us. So that definitely, it's what happened in the past is in the past. And I know I say the past doesn't exist, but in our linear experience of it, that experience has already happened. Bye bye. Thank you very much. And then we move on, simplifying our lives to let that go and remain where it happened. We don't want to be dragging all of this stuff with us in our suitcases because, when you try to travel anywhere, if you've ever, gone on a road trip or flown in an airplane, You want to pack as lightly as you can, right? Because it makes your travel the easiest. So when you're going on an adventure, you definitely want to have a joyful experience of it. And a great way that you can do that is to just let the things that happened stay where they are. And the dolphins are coming in right now to remind me of something they have said before, where you thank your past experiences, you thank what happened, and you take the wisdom and the lessons, and you leave everything else right where it is. And that's how what happened in that experience can serve you. All right, so yeah, letting go of that past is big time important for simplifying our lives as we get ready to head into our new adventure. All right, I have my Power Animals Oracle card deck now because if you know anything about me, you know I love animals. I mean, I'm a people dog too, but I love me my animals. All right, let's see which animal wants to come out with a message for us today. Thank you, animal friends. I love working with you very, very much. Okay, what animal has a message for us today? Ooh, somebody jumped. Let's see. Oh, hawk. Ooh, focus. Choose your priorities and eliminate all distractions. Are you even kidding me? I love you, Spirit. You're awesome. I love how these go together. So, yeah, when you are starting out or starting fresh, starting new, you need to prioritize, what's important, what's not. So the past, not important. Unless there's a lesson, like we were saying, the dolphin said, unless there's a lesson or wisdom for you to bring forward now and leave the rest behind, you need to focus. Focus on starting fresh and keeping things simple so you can have that joyful start to your adventure and jump into all those colors. So, one of the things that you can do is choose your priorities. What's most important for you right now in this now moment as you start out? And it doesn't even have to be a huge list. You can choose one thing. In fact, that's probably the easiest way to go and to keep things simple is to choose your priority and then let go. Let go of all the distractions. And you'll find that when you're able to do that, what's left is joy. I love that. That's beautiful. I love how spirit works and things just flow. Let's see. I want to see if anyone else wants to come out. Yep. Okay. So one more, I'm going to pull one more card. And this is from the Oracle of the Sacred Horse. Horses and dolphins are two of my most favorite animals we have here on the planet at this time. So thank you, sacred horses, for coming out. Let's give these a shuffle. I use these cards often in my newsletter. Every week I write a newsletter and I will either channel a message or pull some cards that week. So, and if you're interested in hopping into that, the link is down below in the description box. And I'll also put a link for mine and Regina's Oracle card deck. All right, they're saying one more shuffle, then I'm going to cut the deck. And then we'll get going. These cards are big, so it's hard for me to like shuffle and really have a good grasp. So I will often just pick from the top or wherever they tell me, or the bottom, wherever they tell me. Okay, they're saying the top. All right, so the card that came out. Ooh, the wisdom of two, teachers of kindness and clarity. I'll put that up there so you can see. I love this card so much. And I love that last word, clarity. So I'm going to put our wisdom of two here. And I'm going to actually read from the book for this one also in a moment because there's really good stuff and there's a beautiful book that comes with this deck. So right away, what I'm getting uh, is there are two horses here and two dolphins here. I love that. And these guys are joyful and they're playing, and these two are very wise. So we need to tap into our wisdom to access that joy. And we have the wisdom to choose our priorities, to release the past so that we can keep things simple as we begin on our new adventure. And sometimes we have someone, whether it's a human in our lives or it's a spirit guide, a passed on loved one, an ancestor, who can help give us some guidance, some clarity. So I am going to finish up this reading by reading from the book with the wisdom of two. Let me just find it. Here they are. All right. I'm getting old. I gotta take off my glasses. All right. The wisdom of two, teachers of kindness and clarity. Seek a guide or compassionate counsel. Two horses look toward a disturbance on the horizon. One sees what is before them, digesting the implications for their future. The other turns to the stronger horse for guidance. Together, they find their way through the chaotic and unexpected. The horses stick together because they understand that two minds and bodies are better than one. They are joined not in fear, but in focus, observation, and strength. This card encourages you to seek the guidance of one who is wiser than you. This guide, in physical or spiritual form, will give you strength and help you find your way through uncertainty. A spirit guide will understand all aspects of your journey and your special considerations and priorities, right? Partnering with a physical guide who understands your nature and uniqueness and has your best interests at heart is crucial. Look to those who have moved beyond ego-driven consciousness and risen to a higher level of understanding. They will also lift you, keeping it simple and keeping the past out of it. Select who you listen to with care. People giving blanket advice most often disappoint. Seek the counsel of someone who opens their heart to life in your shoes. This guide will tailor their advice to your needs. When two souls see and receive each other in this way, insight and intelligence are nurtured. Once experienced, no other partnership will suffice. Conversely, in your present circumstance, are you the guiding strength? See the world through the eyes and senses of those who turn to you for wisdom, and treat every individual as the unique person they are. Ground your wisdom in leading others to craft unique solutions for themselves. Their emotions or baggage are not yours to carry. As they decide on and embark on their process, they will become strong and wise in themselves. Be clear, kind, and direct as a guide who supports others. Whether you are guiding or receiving guidance, two minds and hearts are better than one. There is great love available to you within your partnerships. Choose your alliances carefully. Seek and offer guidance that brings the giver and the receiver into their power. And they have 3 questions here, and I will also put these in the comment section. And these are just questions they would like you to consider. The first one, which mentors and guides honor your individuality? Who offers only general advice? That's the first set. The next question, how would seeking guidance from another being, physical or spiritual, serve your current situation? And here's the last set of questions. Reflect on how you help and guide others. Do you become codependent or take on the energy of others? How might you offer lasting empowerment? So, yeah, that's beautiful. And as you rearrange your priorities and choose them to simplify your life and bring that joy in as you start on this new adventure, choose carefully someone to guide you. Whether, like they said, before I said that too, whether it's in the physical or it's a spirit guide. And just because spirit guides, are around us, sometimes if they haven't been in the physical, they may not, be able to understand what it's like to walk in our shoes. So even then, sometimes it's like, well, but you don't necessarily get me. So it just depends, on your situation and what your intuition is telling you. So always use your discernment and your intuition. And like, the sacred horses said, choose your guide carefully, whether it's a human or, a spirit guide. So that's exciting. I love that. Thank you for being here with me today. If you are a badass entrepreneur, I would love to invite you to join my Phoenix Rising community. And go ahead, if this resonated for you, like, share, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so we can play some more and I can do cool stuff like this for you. I am sending you so much love and thank you for being you.